Assalamu'alaikum, warahmatullahi, wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters. Myself, Zaida Sachidina, welcome you all to our channel Nemat Islam, where we will discuss a very important topic which is much needed in today's time, all from the Quran and Hadith. So, are you ready to save your marriage or to make it even more blissful and at the same time be a Jannati? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Just as a woman has rights over a husband, Islam has laid down certain rights of the husband which his wife must fulfill and guidelines be observed, and especially in a nuclear home. We have to balance the scale as both have certain rights and duties to be observed. The cornerstone of the society of a Muslim community is the nuclear family, husband, wife and the children. The husband's rights over the wife are greater than her rights over him because Allah Almighty says in Surah Baqarah verse 228,
وَلَهُنَّ مِثْلُ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلِلرِّجَالِ عَلَيْهِنَّ دَرَجَةٌ.
And they, women, have rights over their husbands as regards living expenses, similar to those of their husbands over them as regards obedience and respect to what is reasonable. But men have a degree of responsibility over them. Now, the basic duties of wife are as follows, means the wife needs to do the following things. I have broadly classified them under 9 main points. Today I will be discussing about point number 1, and that is respecting your husband. I repeat again, respecting your husband. So let's begin with how are we going to respect our husband? Respect and understanding the needs of to fulfill husband's rights. We see wives raising their voices, being disrespectful to their husbands, screaming, swearing, venting frustration by throwing things around, beating up the children, breaking things in the house, or even being very sarcastic when spoken to. All these things are very unacceptable in Islam. They should firstly realize the great rights Allah Almighty has given the husband over them, and they should be submissive, obedient, and respectful to them. Nothing is achieved without respect. If no respect is given to them, then the remaining points become null and void. Now the question here is, why should wife understand her duties towards her husband? Because it is a norm in Islam that benefits both in the dunya and akhirah. Sunan Abi Dawud Hadith 2140, Prophet Mohammad, peace be upon him, stated, if I were to command anyone to make prostration, that is bow down before another, I would command women to prostrate themselves before their husband, because of the special right over him given to the husband by Allah Almighty. According to Hadith Ahmad 19025, narrated from Ibn Muhassin, that his paternal aunt came to Prophet, peace be upon him, for something, and he dealt with her need. Then Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, do you have a husband? She said, yes. He asked, how are you with him? She answered, I do not neglect any of his rights except those I am unable to fulfill. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, look at how you are with him, for he is your paradise and your hell. That means he is the cause of you entering paradise if you fulfill his rights, and the cause of you entering hell if you fall short in that or if you are disobedient. Now, the next question follows is, why should wife practice patience or sabr if she has to respect him? Because patience has immense rewards in Islam. Patience is the keystone to success. Patience will give her space and intelligence to remain calm, composed, understanding, and make unbiased and fair judgment, which will not be based on misunderstandings or assumptions. She must try to understand that not everything will happen always the way she wants it to happen. She must carefully consider the likes and dislikes of her husband too. This is not an easy task, and at times it needs a lot of patience. This is how marriage will grow and her value will increase in the home. She will be dearly missed if she leaves the house even for a short while. On the other hand, if she wants the things to be done her way only, always complaining about what she is supposed to have, then she will be regarded as a burden rather than a blessing in the home. The husband of such a woman will feel more comfortable outside his home rather than within the home. He will then spend more time with others. Sometimes, when your husband is spending more time outside the home, maybe you should ask yourself, is it me who is causing this situation to arise? Am I at fault at some point? Maybe the way I am talking to him or nagging him? So look at yourself. Check yourself first. Where do I stand? It might help you save your marriage. It's not always the case, even though, but it might just be that the problem lies within you. You might be talking to him in a bad way. You might be talking to him rudely, not smiling at him, not caring for him. When he comes in after a long, hard day's work, obviously he has some tensions. He needs someone to smile at him. You are not giving him the attention or not smiling, so he will probably go out of the house as soon as he can. Here I would like to quote a hadith, Jami at-Tirmidhi 1956. It says, "Your smiling in the face of your brother is an act of charity." So now what do you need to do? You need to smile. Ask him as to how he is doing. Talk to him. And the husband also needs to do the same with his wife. He needs to talk with her after he comes home from work. He cannot be silent and get buried in his mobile or ignore her and the children. They need him and he needs to talk to them. This is what Islam teaches us. So here we have understood that one of the major rights of a husband over his wife is respect. The husband can demand respect. It's his right. The wife cannot keep him away from that right. Respect him in the form of love, obedience, compassion, and time. The wife must be dutiful towards her husband in this aspect. We have seen the status given to husbands by Allah Almighty. We have also understood why we should know their rights too. The answer is so that we respect them. Remember, we will be questioned on the day of judgment when Allah Almighty will be right in front of us. Are you ready for it? May Allah Almighty grant us success in marriage and protect us all. May He help all the wives to be righteous enough and to understand these rights and respect our husbands. You give respect, you get respect. Ameen, summa ameen, jazakallah khair.